to Thursday, 3 to 6 p.m. Sip on favorites like the Tipsy Dragon, Luke's Punch, Shanghai Southside, Twisted Mule, and Mint Julep.
Are you interested in a career in the media, specifically the radio? And then this is for you. Kaieteur Radio is currently seeking a dynamic and reliable individual to join our team as a radio operator assistant. Key responsibilities includes operate the radio station on a daily shift-based system, substitute as host when required, assist with reading the news, and monitor live shows. The requirements include experience in graphic and video editing, CXC passes in English A, Information Technology, and Mathematics, proficiency in basic software operations, ability to troubleshoot and resolve technical issues. If you're passionate about media and want to be a part of the fast-paced and engaging environment, we would love to hear from you. Submit your application and CV via email to kaieteurradio1@gmail.com or deliver in person to our office at Lot 24 Saffron Street, Charleston, Georgetown. We await you. Kaieteur Radio, the radio with a difference.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
With the news in detail for Tuesday, September 16th, I am Sharon Mortley. On Monday, engineers conducted the first round of load testing on the new Demerara River Bridge, marking one of the final stages before its opening later this month. The exercise involved positioning 16 heavyweight trucks at various points on the western approach of the bridge to stimulate maximum load pressure. Testing on the eastern approach and the critical high span will continue during the coming weeks. A Rupununi farmer, Elvis Arthur, appeared before Magistrate Omadat Chandan at the Lethem Magistrate Court on Monday, where he was charged and sentenced to 18 months in prison for break and enter and larceny at the Achabwib Nursery School in the Rupununi. Minister of Human Services and Social Security Vindhya Prasad will be advocating for some gender-based crimes to be non-bailable in an effort to curb and fully eradicate the scourge of domestic violence. In his inaugural address over a week ago to kickstart his second term, President Ali had vowed to kill the scourge of domestic violence. Following up on his promise, Minister Prasad disclosed that there will be additional discussions on the issues of bail for these type of offences, as it is something she feels very strongly about. Prasad said that maybe this could be considered eventually as an offence that does not have bail, or the bail is higher because too often people get out. The minister said her ministry continues to work with law enforcement agencies to fight the problem. In terms of additional support for victims, Prasad said the ministry have been providing rentals for survivors so that they are neither forced to stay or return to the situation. There are also plans to increase this capacity as well as strengthen the counseling and therapy sessions. There will also be the continued provision of free training to assist with employment, as there are several cases where survivors are unemployed. In the new Family Act of 2024, provision is made for domestic violence victims to stay in their home while the perpetrator has to leave. Minister Prasad expressed that she's hopeful that this piece of legislation will continue to be utilized to its fullest in the court systems so that there could be expeditious delivery of justice. Newly appointed Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Priya Manichan on Monday pledged to address the complaints raised about the foul odor and smoke emanating from the Hags Bosch landfill located on the east bank of Demerara. The ministry, in a release, stated that they have received complaints from residents of the Providence and Eccles catchment area about the odor coming from the dump site, which has been contributing to air pollution. Following the complaints, the minister convened a meeting with the Waste Solutions Manager, the operational supervisor, and officials from the ministry, during which she assured that the matter will be addressed. According to the minister, some of the issues have been as a result of the development that is taking place in Guyana. We have moved from about 100 trucks dumping waste here to 300 to 400 trucks. In addressing this issue, Manny Chan said the ministry is going to be looking at solid waste management in the NDCs, the smaller villages, as well as the regions. Guyana's gas energy project is now close to 68% completed as contractors push ahead to finish the pouring of concrete on several foundations of the Wales site in Region 3. The contractor, Linsaker, has begun the construction of several units to house an additional 400 workers who will operate on 12-hour shifts. A major part of this initiative is the power plant, which will use natural gas to generate electricity. Upon completion, it will deliver 300 megawatts of power to Guyanese countrywide. The power plant is about 74% completed. Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips and Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation Deodat Indar visited the site for a progress report on Monday. The Prime Minister assured that in 2026, Guyanese will benefit from the project. Today, the Trinidad Night Riders women's team will wrap up what has been a challenging campaign at this year's Massey's Women Caribbean Premier League, when they take on the undefeated Barbados Royals at Providence National Stadium from 1500 hours. The defending champions, the Royals, have a perfect round of 3 consecutive wins and lead the points table with 6. And the Guyana Amazon Warriors women are in second place with 2 wins and 2 losses for a total of 4 points. The battle today still has a slim promise of a consolation win for the TKR. On Wednesday, September 17th, the tournament culminates at the same venue from 1400 hours when the defending champions take on the Warriors, who are still on the hunt for a Massey women's title. Now that the final group game for the 2025 Republic Bank Caribbean League has culminated, it is time for the eliminators, which means the TKR will take on the improving Antigua and Barbuda Falcons tonight at the Providence National Stadium. Match time is 2000 hours. The winner of that match will take on the losers of the game between the Kings and the Warriors, which is set for tomorrow at 8 p.m. also.